Welcome to the Blade Lab. So one issue when you're considering different sharpening systems is not just how well it works or what sort of knives can it accommodate, but you also want to often consider how fast the system is. How long does it take to get a good result? So I'm just going to do a quick demonstration to show you how long it takes me to get a good result on a typical, this is a, if you can read it, Henkel's 8-inch chef's knife. It's typically what you see in a lot of kitchens. So I'm going to start out by sort of taking any edge that was on it off of it. It's sharpened, or was sharpened to 15 degrees per side, give or take half a degree or so. So you can see it's now not sharp. Let me pull up the timer on my phone. Stopwatch, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this and because I don't want to shortchange myself on the time, but also there's going to be a little bit of manipulation in terms of want to make sure you can see everything on the camera. But I'll just do it the way I do it and try to get as much on camera as I can, and then we'll see how long it takes and how sharp I was able to get it. So I'm going to click Start now. You can see it's running. Okay, so first thing I need to do is stick it in the clamp. So should have prepared this a little earlier. So I'm gonna put it in the Tormek knife jig. This is, I believe, it's called the KJ45. It's like their new one, which we can talk about another time when I'm not racing the clock. So now what I'm going to do is measure the what we call the projection distance, which is basically how far the knife edge sticks out from this back stop here, which is going to hang on the wheel. And I've just forgotten what it was. So it's 141. And what I need that for is to input it into this angle calculator. So I'm going to say 141, 15 degrees. And that's going to tell me, hopefully you can see that. I'll put in a shot later if you can't. It's going to tell me that I need to be, this needs to be 171.8 millimeters from the deck here. So I'm going to use this caliper I can see that I'm way low at the moment. There's a fine adjustment screw, which you can't see because it's behind the drip tray there, which is an aftermarket thing I printed out. But that's approximately the height I need to be at to achieve 15 degrees. So I'm going to just tighten down this support bar, crank up the water reservoir, and get to sharpening. Not quite there yet. Let's keep going. Notice I'm starting each side kind of a couple inches from the heel of the blade. That's basically to, I find it helps maintain the sort of the shape of the blade. Because if you just found when I was just starting at the back and going straight across on long knives like this, I wasn't getting enough grinding towards the back, and you wind up getting sort of a dip. Oh, not there yet. Sort of a dip in the back of the blade, which is not good for a chef's knife when you might want to be doing sort of a tip to heel sort of chopping. You want to have a continuous curve there. Okay, now I have a burr. I'm going to do one more quick stroke just to sort of try to knock that down a little bit. I will start all the way at the back this time. Okay, put this down. Just dry this CBN wheel off. This is one that's not really designed to be running water, so you don't want to just leave it sitting wet, or it will do bad things. So I'm going to dry this blade off. Take it out of the clamp. See what it looks like. My next step is to go over to the Ken Onion Elite sharpener, and I apologize for jerking the camera around. Take a little trip. I'll try to get this on camera. So again, this is costing me time. You gotta give me credit. So what I will do with knives like this one, is this on here? Yeah. So I'm going to start out with 1 micron diamond at about 1.5 degrees higher than the sharpening angle. And I'm going to do 2 passes. And then I will come back to the sharpening angle and do a couple passes using Tormek paste. So the purpose of coming in a little higher than the sharpening angle to start with is to deburr, and it also adds a little bit of a micro bevel, which gives you some additional chip resistance. So now I'm at 15 degrees. And that should do it. Let me just get back to my timer. Stop. So the time is 7:55, 7 minutes 55 seconds. Again, it's I can tell you from much experience that it comes out to be just about 7 minutes when I'm not talking to the camera and having to move it around and whatnot. So let's see what the result is, because there's no point in being fast if you ain't good, right? So the result is 80. Can you see that? So I'm pretty happy with that score. I think that's more than sharp enough for pretty much any non-professional chef